Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to a new series of interviews with experts, officials, and operators of road sector, all gathered here in Rabat to attend international seminar about innovative concepts for road operation for safe and sustainable mobility. And this seminar is organized jointly by Ministry of Equipment and Water, PIARC, the World Road Association, and also the Moroccan Permanent Association of Road Congresses. Without further delay, I have the honor to have with us today Mrs. Clarissa Han. You are a member of Technical Committee 2.4 of PIARC. Welcome, Mrs. Clarissa.
Thank you.
So, can you, Mrs. Clarissa, to give us a brief overview about the mission of your committee 2.4?
Sure. Thank you for having me here today. Yes, I'm a very active member of TC 2.4 as part of the PIARC. The 2.4 is about ITS and network operations. Our mission is really to collaboratively with our member countries to develop the world's best practice guidelines and case studies about the mobility future, network operations, intelligent transport systems. Specialized in my working group, we look at the new and emerging data technologies and their impacts on the network operations.
Okay, so Mrs. Clarissa Han, can you give us more details about the Australian experience in adopting these innovative concepts of road operation?
Sure. Myself come from the Australia, the National Transport Research Organization. I'm the Chief Technology Leader in the Network Sustainability and Resilience. Yes, we are driving a lot for innovation in this space. As a research center, we are the independent knowledge repository of the nation, and we work collaboratively with our member organizations, which are the Commonwealth government, the state transport agencies, and the local government association. So we focus a lot on the applied research, which is converting from the academic research to the reality. So we develop a lot of specifications, guidelines, and the best practice approach to inform the decision makers. In this process, we transformed from the conventional research-oriented organization to a much more innovative and sustainable organization. In many areas, we're leading the world or leading the Australian New Zealand area of research. And more important, we want to see the benefits or outcome from the research. That is why everything we do or we lead need to represent the best practice and have the practical meaning. Yeah. So we constantly evaluate the benefits of having innovation, having the research products implemented in the practice, and we found the benefit cost ratios are very high in our area.
Okay, Mrs. Clarissa, it's so clear. What are the main opportunities, but also challenges by adopting this concept innovation?
The opportunities, in my personal opinion, I guess in Australia and New Zealand, the transport community, there are many emerging technologies, but we need to incorporate all the tools, technologies into a collaborative way to improve the ultimate sustainability and well-being of the community. If you know what I mean, like we used to drive safe mobility, sustainable mobility, but we also need to be aware of the economic well-being. Yeah. And there are many developments in our universities, in our research organizations, but how we can collaborate between each other.
To connect between all this.
Yes, connecting all the dots and to be the outcome driven. I think that is opportunity and also a challenge. And there are many topical issues. For example, we're talking about sustainability. What does this sustainability mean in our context? For us, it's really to support the circular economy from the broad range. You know, we need to look at from the life cycle perspective, not only to look at the project level. We need to look at, for example, for the roads, we need to look at from the planning, designing stage, the selection of the materials, you know, utilize more recycled materials, to the construction of the roads, and then to the use phase, the vehicle electrification, you know, new optimized network operations, to the end of life of the asset. mindset. That is a holistic approach in terms of supporting the decarbonization and sustainability goal in the transport sector.
Mrs. Clarissa, in your own opinion, can this type of concepts be implemented in all types of countries, developed one, less developed one?
I think it's a very good question. I believe the concept is applicable to all the countries, from the developing countries to developed countries, from low medium income countries, but we have to redefine the scope and objectives. You might be at different stages of your economic operation and development. Your community may have a different needs. For example, like in many different countries, some of the operators are very regulated, but in the low and medium income countries, it's more community based, it's still at a developing stage. So the innovation can be reflected in different aspects of your infrastructure construction, of your mobility operations. So we have to be smart.
And for the last question, how you can envision and how you see the future of sustainable and safe mobility in the world? Are you optimistic about the future?
Well, I think, in my opinion, because wearing my PIARC hat, I believe the future is much more safer, sustainable, to a broader sense, improve the community resilience, not only the infrastructure resilience. I'm very positive towards that. I've been working with the next generation of researchers, engineers, and professionals. They have demonstrated a lot of passion and a lot of intelligence. We have so many tools and technologies that are readily available to be applied to our industry.